Okay, good afternoon, students. Today we are going to learn about starting from the definition of biology. At the end of this session, you'll be able to define biology and explain the relation of biology and other subjects one another. That is, when you come to the first concept, what is biology? Define the term biology. It is a study of what? Life or living things. Biology is bio means life and logy means the study of study. So biology is the study of living things. But what does mean by life? It is very difficult to objectively define life in a simple sentence. But we recognize life mainly by common characteristics shared by all living things. That is what? They are what? Organisms are composed of many cells. They can grow. Cells can grow. For example, it grow from birth to now and continue to the end. And the other main characteristics of living organisms is living organisms can reproduce each other. But the mode of reproduction have diversified. That is broadly classified into sexual reproduction and asexual reproduction. Sexual reproduction, especially in higher organisms, and asexual reproduction in lower organisms. The other main characteristics of living organism is living organisms can transmit genetic information to their offspring. For example, I have two traits which is came from both my parents and other lower organisms also share their genetic information to their offspring. Another one is living organisms can maintain constant conditions, that is homeostasis, and are capable of evolution adaptation to the environment. Not only this, but also other main characteristics are also present. For example, excretion. Organisms can excrete their waste products after chemical reaction in the cell. But we study biology. We restrict the way of studying. We follow a hierarchy or a structure of method of studying. That is, biology study living things using scientific method. Scientific method that involves what? The first thing here is asking questions. Why things happen? And also giving a possible answers for our questions. We will also test our answers, whether they the validity of the answer through what? Experimentation. The scientific study follows the study of structure, hierarchy. The first one is what? Asking questions. First, we have to observe the phenomena and ask questions. At the end, we will also give answers through what? Experimentation. So, we follow the structure and processes that we can verify and observe, measure, either directly or indirectly with the help of tools and technologies such as microscope. The main tool for biologists is, as we learn, microscope. Biology cannot stand by its own. Rather, it is incorporated or supported by other natural sciences subjects that chemistry and physics. It is a study of biology is a point of merging information and tools from all natural sciences. For example, information about naturally occurring element in living organisms. Naturally occurring element in living organisms. Chemical bonding. What makes us attach each other in order not to apart one another. Molecules, also higher elements combine one another by chemical bonding, acids and bases, as well as other related things can be studied using the tools and principles of chemistry. Other scientific concepts like conversion of radiant energy into organic molecule by photosynthesis is studied with the knowledge of chemistry and physics. By the way, why we study biology? What is the advantage of studying biology? Let me mention the advantage of studying biology. The first one is, especially which is observed in the world here, is making wine, brewing, baking of bread, and injera also in Ethiopia. The delicious food injera with broth of cheese all depend on fermentation process. Fermentation process brought about yeasts. As we know, yeast is a unicellular organisms, other fungi and bacteria or enzymes from these organisms. Another main applications of biology here is penicillin production, in general antibiotics production, which are produced by mold, fungi or bacteria. The other main advantage of also biology is industrial chemicals such as citric acid production or lactic acid production needs bacteria or fungi to bring about essential chemical changes. We also have a neat environment, which are apart or separated from other unwanted materials in order to keep human beings or other living organisms safe. In order to do this, we have to use sewage disposal depend on bacteria in the filter beds to form the base of the food chain that purifies the effluent. Discovery of the structure of DNA and forensic analysis of DNA samples from crime. The main function of, or the main advantage of biology is we identify the criminals by studying the DNA of organisms or the criminal actors. So in this way, we also identify the criminals. We will combat any other diseases through the study of what? Biology. Not only this, but also other applications of biology are there. We will meet in the next session. Why we study biology? Human beings have inborn curiosity about the natural world that leads them to study about living organisms and their habitats. So studying biology helps us to understand how living things work. How? Especially in the cell. How the cell's internal elements interact each other. How they function interact with the environment. Biology teaches our everyday life in many ways. For example, biologists have discovered drugs that are used to treat different human diseases. For example, HIV/AIDS, tuberculosis, and other many different types of diseases will be overcome by the study of biology. Many biologists are working on problems that critically affect our lives, such as how our animals and plants body work, how ecosystems work, how advancements in genetic and cell biology are transforming to medicine and agriculture, as well as the use of forensic biology to investigate crime. Furthermore, studies how ecology is helping society evaluate environmental issues such as global warming, how fermentation is used to produce alcoholic drinks such as beer and wine. Fermentation is used to produce alcoholic drinks such as beer and wine. In addition, biological studies are used in treating patients suffering from AIDS, tuberculosis, and some types of cancer. To study biology, we have to use what? Scientific method. In the coming session, we will see the scientific method. For now, it is enough for today.